You can't fly without supply. No truer words have been spoken when it comes to generating air power. The 68 airmen and 13 civilians assigned to the 31st Logistics Readiness Squadron's material management flight are true supply professionals, ensuring Avianos Air Base 51 F-16 Fighting Falcons succeed in their mission as a premier go-to fighter wing, deterring aggression and defending U.S. and NATO interests. The foundation of the material management flight is our aircraft parts store warehouse, where we stock, store, and issue 371,000 assets, valued at over $21.1 million. These assets can range anywhere from a few nuts and bolts to classified material that supports the aircraft systems and are divided into 11 different stock rooms. The support these material managers provide is critical to the success of the Aviano mission by ensuring maintenance units are receiving the correct parts to get their jets in the air. Mission Readiness Support Packages, or MRSP, much like the aircraft parts store, provide support to the aircraft maintenance units. The difference is, when a jet is ready to deploy, so is MRSP. These supply professionals ensure over 6,000 assets, valued at over $11 million, are properly stored and maintained in kits, are ready to go when the aircrafts are. Think of a kit as your luggage when you are traveling. Your luggage is everything you need for your trip. That is exactly the role that the MRSP kit plays. It has all the essential assets needed to support an aircraft for 60 days before needing replenishment. Inspection Element is an essential section that manages numerous programs needed to validate the serviceability of assets stored in the warehouse and MRSP kits. They lead the inspections for 24 stock rooms, housing 381,000 assets worth $24 million, broken down to 16,406 shelf life assets and 1,653 ESD assets. Their performance in their job plays a crucial role, ensuring that serviceable assets are being pulled from the stock rooms for the maintainers. If an asset is in question, or if it is not serviceable, they coordinate with maintenance activities on base to perform functional checks. If you thought you could get away with taking some aircraft parts home, building your own jet, you're wrong. That is where the inventory section comes in and verifies on-hand quantities. If you can't count pads 10, then you won't make it to the cut for this highly stressful section. They are responsible for inventorying 14 stock rooms, storing over 25,000 line items valued at $389 million, one piece at a time. Patience and strong focus is needed for this job. Maintaining everything you will need to deploy is what the Individual Protection Equipment section is responsible for. They build, store, and issue all your Chemical Warfare Defense Equipment, or CWDE. In order to be able to support the 31st Fighter Wing and the globally separated units contingencies, they stay on top of their gas mask program, shelf life, and mobility records. You may remember that short notice deployment to Turkey, right? Of course you do. The airmen assigned to this section worked countless hours to fit 237 personnel with CWDE valued at $301,000. Customer Support Section. They serve as a material management liaison authority for wing customers, including globally separated units across Italy. Customers place orders to this section and input it into the material management system. If the item is in stock, APS receives the order and pulls the asset from the warehouse. Aside from supporting wing customers, they provide daily MICAP briefs to the 31st Fighter Wing Commander, manage 22 bench stock accounts, and manage the Block 1 and 2 supply training to maintenance personnel. Last year, they processed 4.5 million transactions, worth over $27 million, 1.2 thousand of which were MICAPs. Flight Service Center. If the Air Force just threw away any unserviceable piece of off a jet, well, we wouldn't have all those nice things we're privileged to have. That is why we have a Flight Service Center. They are the supply liaison for maintenance and LRS, and are responsible for monitoring the repair cycle of items. When items become unserviceable, they are taken to their section to ship assets to depot for repair, which then can be used again and are sent back to locations that are in demand for that piece. Because of the support this section provides, working together with the local AFREP section, Aviano Air Base saved $680,000 last year. Last year, this section shipped 3,986 assets back to local dermo, or depots, saving the Air Force a total of $142.6 million. You think they would invest that money in better equipment for us to use? The Equipment Accountability Element is responsible for over 131 accounts across Aviano Air Base and GSUs, worth at over $30 million. These items range anywhere from weapons, ComSec, vehicles, radios, and aircraft parts.